So over the last 24 hours or so, I have been sort of tagged in or tweeted at regarding a particular news story about 37 times, and that's totally fine if you guys see a news story and you think somehow Shane has missed this Duo-related story or Z Fold, whatever it might have been. Absolutely go ahead and send it to me. But this in particular, this story I've been sent a ton of times, and what this story is kind of a little bit funny to me because it kind of shows how niche Surface Duo is in a weird way. So this is the originator of this news story. Okay, this is a Windows latest Microsoft patents Surface Duo 3 Android phone with a design similar to the Z Fold 4. And there is a patent here. Okay, so that is an image taken from the patent. So like I said, all kinds of people sending this my way. Have you seen this? This is incredible. Da 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 da. Okay. Yes, I have seen this, first off. The second thing about this that is funny to me, and this is why I said Duo was kind of a niche device, I saw this all the way back in May, which is when this patent first surfaced. You can see here the published date was May of 2022. As much as I would like this to be new information and something that we could glean some sort of predictive abilities from, unfortunately, this is not new. This is something that I covered myself right shortly after that here in May 19th of 2022. Here is me covering when it was initially tweeted by Walking Cat, and off we went from there, speculated about some things. In fact, Daniel Rubino wrote an article on May 20th talking about the exact same thing as well. So, I mean, here we go. This, like I said, this is not necessarily new news. And when I say that this underlines how niche Duo is, I think that, what I'm saying is that this already made the rounds and maybe the broader media didn't pick up on it. They didn't realize. And now you've got all kinds of different websites, even a Windows latest website that didn't realize this is actually really old. It's already been covered by many places. And now it's being picked up by a bunch of publications, some of which may have literally already covered this and don't remember covering it. So with that out of the way, what I'll do here in this video, in case somehow you missed my prior video, which I think a lot of you saw, it has 15,000 views. It was relatively popular. I'm going to basically try and give a quick synopsis of what we're looking at here in terms of this patent. I'm going to kind of combine a couple of videos as quickly as I can. So let's look at the patent again, just to kind of, again, restate this. We have a folding device here, which can be opened up flat. That is your screen. There's probably a selfie, a speaker there. These are rough sketches. It can be folded over flat, okay? So like this, it can be opened up like this, it can be closed like this. But then you can also see it can be folded back around flat so that the screen is exposed. So this is a 360 folding device. So the article here on Windows latest says like the Z Fold 4. That's actually wrong. It's not like the Z Fold 4 because the Fold 4 can only open up flat and then close back down. This can actually fold 360 degrees around, and that's really important for a device that purports to be a sequel to Surface Duo because that lets you maintain all of your neat postures. It gives you phone mode without needing to have a second display like the Z Fold does. That allows it to be thinner. Lots of advantages to doing it this way if you can pull it off, right? This is not going to be trivial or simple to do in any real way. Here you can see the teardrop approach to the screen folding up there inside. This is all stuff I covered in the original video, so I won't spend any more time on it. That is the patent though, right? This is what we're talking about. We're talking about a 360 folding device. I also showed off in that original video this post here by LG. This is a 360 foldable OLED. So this was actually posted May 11th. This patent dropped May 19th. Is that a coincidence? Probably. Does Microsoft know about this exact piece of hardware? I'm absolutely certain that they do, because this is a prototype of exactly what they're talking about doing here. So I'm sure they're aware of this, and as has been reported or speculated, maybe is a better word, by the guys over at Windows Central, Microsoft probably has, if this is the way they're going to go or not, they probably have functional prototypes of this in-house, and they're playing with this sort of technology. So we have the patent. We have LG potentially making this technology, so this could be where we're going with Duo 3, moving away from two screens and moving towards a single folding OLED. And then you may be wondering to yourself, well, how would that actually function? How would that work? How would a single folding OLED function the same as Surface Duo that has two separate screens, right? So with Surface Duo now, you have two discrete separate screens. When you want to launch an app, you can launch that app. I shouldn't launch that one though. Let's launch that, and let's launch the Play Store, right? So you have two separate screens. You launch an app, and then you launch another app. Well, what a lot of people don't realize is that Android does not have dual monitor support natively. So what Microsoft has done here is they have taken Android and they've basically tricked it into behaving like it has dual monitor support. Android still sees one continuous screen here, and there's a software partition down the middle, and if an app is launched over here, it launches over here, and if it is tapped to launch over here, it launches on this screen. It's basically utilizing the split screening capability of Android in this sort of creative way, and I've luckily already made a video kind of demonstrating if you take that idea and you put it on a single screen, how that could still function and how it could still function pretty well, just like it does on Duo, just with a single screen. So let's kind of do a weird picture-in-picture thing here. Actually, we'll go full screen here so that you can see this a bit better. What I've done here is I've attached my Duo 2 to an external monitor type situation with a touch screen to basically show you how this automatic split screening thing would work on one large screen. And how I want you to imagine this is sort of the opposite of the Z Fold 4. On the Fold 4, apps by default launch and span across the entire screen. Now, if you want to split screen them, you do a gesture and they split screen. On this setup, this hypothetical Duo would be the opposite. Split screening would be by default, and if you want to span the app across both, the whole screen, I should say, you just drag it to the middle and it spans. So it's like the Fold in that sense, but it's opposite. So if I let this play, you'll see how this works. You can still swipe up to go home on each individual app. It works exactly like it would on Duo, and now you just look like you have one really large screen. You can't see that there's a partition down the middle because there's nothing visible, but when I launch an app on that side of the screen, that's where it's going to launch. It's going to automatically split screen. Same thing on the other side. Of course, you'd be able to move the app from left or right side of the screen, not from left screen to right screen, just simply from one side to the other. And if you wanted to do the thing where you want to have an app full screen, so you're using the entire screen real estate, you just drag it to the middle, full screen, and now you have a really nice experience. So again, it would work theoretically exactly like Duo currently does. You just wouldn't have a physical partition down the middle. So if we put all this together, we have a scenario where we have the patent, we have LG making similar hardware, and we can pretty well imagine how it would work on a single large screen. So I think that's kind of where I want to end this at. Again, thanks to everybody for sending this my way. Of course, I've already covered it, but here's a quick sort of recoverage, a quick synopsis of what we talked about with a few more little things added in as well. Guys, thanks for watching. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I will see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.